all that thing. So you might see more kind of a technology-based things. Will show your mood and all those things. The only problem is it's not commercial. It's not viable. Right? It's all in research laboratories everywhere. It's very expensive. You can't afford it. I think I have tried Google Glasses. They were selling $1,500, but it's very expensive, and they have stopped it now to consumers. Let's see more of that. So why do we want to care about this? It's all happening there somewhere. Why should India care about it? Probably, right? You know, we check the phone almost more than 100 times in a day. Have you noticed? We keep checking the phones. The moment we get a moment, we want to take up the phone and we check it. There are a lot of studies about how many times we check the phones, ranging at least from 75 to 150 times a day. And if it's on your watch, you might just be checking it again and again every time. It's a next evolution in the consumer electronics. So all these big companies want to notice. We keep checking the phones. The moment we get a moment, we want to take up the phone and we check it. There are a lot of studies about how many times we check the phones, ranging at least from 75 to 150 times a day. And if it's on your watch, you might just be checking it again and again every time. It's a next evolution in the consumer electronics. So all these big companies want to break through the ecosystem. They want to come up with new technology. They want to sell. The old stuff is already selling. They want to create a new market. They want to generate more revenue. So they are looking at the future. What else can be done? What else things we can sell? And definitely this has become a big thing now in the electronic space. Definitely it's a billion-dollar industry. It's the highest potential. It's a new platform. So we are all, you remember when we had this desktops, rich clients, Java clients, then we had these websites, HTML5 and all those. Then we started doing, mobile site, mobile apps, no iOS, Android. Whoever designs mobile app, designs the mobile apps is the greatest designer now. Okay? Because now it is, who is designing for the smartwatches? Who is designing for the voice interactions? This is going to be the next level now, coming to it. It's always exciting to do some new innovation. So it's something which is not yet explored. Yet. Yeah, I agree? No, not yet. It's not yet reached in India. But I've seen a lot of people wearing this, at least fitness bands. Okay, and imagine the fitness band has no GUI. Then you will think, what should the UX designer, GUI designer do in this world? I want to be only colors and sound wireframes are displayed. If there is no there, I have no value there in that company. It's not that. User experience has gone beyond just creating icons and colors and some kind of sketches. It's the entire experience, how a consumer is going to use the product, like what Apple even showed that. Earlier phones, you remember when Nokia's and all those phones were there, dirty boxes, you start, it has no data, no name, and you have to wrote an app, you have to copy from a laptop and some .cap file on the Windows phone and then extract it and put it. Nobody give a damn thing about how is the experience for user. And here comes Apple, he looks after all the ecosystem. Here's an app store. The moment you want to get a phone at home, it's so beautifully packed. You open it, you switch it on, you feel really good, like, okay, it's something I'm going to connect to it. And the moment you add some information like your emails and everything, it's all connected to other devices and all the information is there. So you are productive on day one. You're not spending time in what to do with it. So what do you think the wearable applications can do? Other than watch, Any ideas? Where can we use this? Where can we use glass? Medical, yeah, it's very, what do you call that? It's very high billion-dollar industry in medical science. A lot of things to be explored in medicals. People can use glasses for doctors who can look at your blood and color through glass and define whether the blood color temperature is right or wrong and define whether the patient's health is correct or wrong. Okay. For a patient, you can check your pulse rate, heart rate. It's always connected to your body. It's not like a phone that you have to. I have my Note 4. I have to always put my finger there to start checking my pulse rate. It's not checking. So these are like always on. Any other?
Defense of phones.
Yeah, you must have seen all this. What do you call this? Iron Man. Iron Man. No, this is looking at right from this. What do you call? The first Arnold's movies, right? He comes from the extra planet. Terminator movies, and he identifies a person, human, all this. It's happening really now. With Google Glasses, you can actually tag face recognized person, search to the cloud, which is IoT, Internet of Things, and then you can pull all the data and find out, oh, what is he now? And the other person even don't know what you're doing actually, because it's all happening inside. Any other?
Entertainment.
Agriculture is very interesting.
Gaming also, yeah, also.
Gaming is always there. It's another $1 billion industry where people are trying to use this smart goggles and try to think about what. I have used in Oculus Rift, which is a head-mounted display. It's a virtual reality. And you actually lose your consciousness where you are actually. You might even fall down. You have to be sitting on the floor and then do it. You need a support. Because it tricks your brain. Like what are you climbing the steps and all that. But agriculture, who said? Agriculture is very interesting for India, definitely. Yeah, agricultural stuff. Yeah, so there is a lot of things can be used. Right now, I think for consumers, it's not picked up; it's failed. You must have read this about Google Glasses, where they were being used in streets and bars and cinema theaters, and people agitated against them. They tried to arrest them. They were spoiled by some kind of like glass holes and kind of things like that. So the adoption of new technology into the human social behavior is also difficult. People don't adopt it first. It looks like some kind of an alien person walking on the street with a glass, looking at everyone. There are a lot of bloopers, humors on YouTube. Search on a Google Glass humors, and you will see like somebody's talking to somebody in the air, and the other person is thinking he's talking to him, and he's answering to him. Then he says, "Oh, sorry, I was not talking to you. I was talking in my glass." So it's but there is a lot of industrial usage, a lot of revenues, real life cases like health, wellness, security, industrial factory usage, and that's where I've done some projects in Intel. I can't share anything. It's like hands-free interactions. The factory users can look at a machine, you can identify what problems it is, and it will show you user manuals and all that, either on a watch or a glass. And it's basically hands-free. You don't need to carry things with you, manuals and all that. I had displayed this my projects at the IXJ conference this January. It was in San Francisco, and we had an Intel booth and displayed the project. There are a lot of variables. There is a variable conference, there is a variable IT, a lot of websites, forums, all that. So used as a companion device, fashion, and then a lot of other things. The problem right now is very expensive. So what should be the prices of these smartwatches? Samsung? Very soon. Yeah, $200, correct. So this is around the same. I brought it. First time it was 300, now it dropped to 200. And Apple just released this Apple Watch, everyone is crazy about it.
350.
There is funny part, like the watch is same, but they have created different things, and the range starts from like $3,000 to $1,000 something. Yeah. There's no difference in that. But people will buy it. It's the thing which was wrong with these watches, early devices from these companies was, what I believe is they did not pay attention as a personal accessory. They tried to create this one-size-fits-all. There's no canine style, which is a lot of women wear small sizes, not the big fat. Even the Moto is very bulky. This looks like something is like you're going to trigger a nuclear missile from that, but it's huge. It's like like Predator movies. Apple try to. This is where they do a good job. They try to understand the market. They project that as a fashion accessory. No other company has done this as a fashion accessory. They created this as an electronic gadget on your body, nothing else. The way they segmented that position in the market is like an accessory fashion. You can change the straps, and you can have a jewelry stuff, gold plated, all things. But still there is a problem actually. I don't know whether these watches, like the old Rolex watch or Tag Heuer and all those, you can pass to generations, right? You can keep for like 10, 20 years and you can say, this is my old watch. But no, the moment this Apple II comes, the Apple I is outdated. And everyone will say, laugh at, oh, you're still using Apple I. I know, I have an Apple II. You can't keep these watches for longer. It has the shelf life of this watch is very low. It can't go too much. So what does the wearable do? Okay. It's always accessible, available, connected to multiple devices, IoT, is Internet of Things. Notifications always on my watch. If I'm talking about a watch, it's on my wrist. I don't need to pick up my phone. Simple tasks now, without taking too much of time on phone, you just say accept, reject. I get a lot of notifications I can have. Android Wear is showing actionable notifications where I can accept, reject things, reply. WhatsApp things keeps on coming up every 10 minutes, I think now on phone. 5 or 10 minutes, it's become nuisance now. And then augmented reality, a lot of biometric stuff. Okay. So let's go a little bit deep into that. So it can keep a log of it if it's a band. So it's always tracking and saving the data. You can transfer to the cloud and tell you can make some meaning out of that. Your sleep or whether it's a log pattern. It does a sleep tracking. Has anyone worn any? No, you're not wearing any. You tried? You tried. I tried it actually. I brought it. I was in January. I was in US, so I brought some slip bands. Okay, straw. It was like $100, so it was the cheapest one. But I couldn't still wear it and sleep in the night because I kept feeling like something is in my hand and all that thing. So you need to get adapted to that. There are some issues with Fitband also. Fitband is a big company in the wearables. There was some rash on the body because of the rubber material. So they have to look into all these biometric details also that it does not create some rash on the screen. But I have some friends in India, they are wearing, who want to monitor their body mostly. They are wearing fitness bands day and even the sleep, regular sleep pattern. It actually tells you like at what time, how much time you slept, how much time you did not sleep. And you can also find a pattern at what time in the early morning you always wake up. And then I read some research that probably there is a noise, somebody in the morning, or a milkman comes and then he knocks door, so you get wake up, you have no idea, then you realize that. So it's helpful to sleep timing. It can measure heart rates now. Instead of you taking your phone, Note 4 has a heart rate monitor, but it always gives me error. Like I tried putting my fingers in all directions. It says, please still put the finger in right way. I wish it's already on my watch, and if I say it's automatically taking some of my heart rate maybe twice a day and trying to tell me how is my body pattern, whether it's right or wrong. It should trigger on its own that something is wrong. If it sees a continuous pattern for a week, probably my heart rate is not, my pulse is problem, and it should send me an alert on that. It should be more automatic. Right now we are using it for notifications. So most of these watches have all the notifications from the phone, so it's acting like a companion to you. Okay. Google Glasses. So one of the unique thing was it was able to record things, and that's where the objection was. People did not know that somebody is recording, and they had they thought that this is not right. Even this can record and take pictures, but it will take only like 20 seconds of things, pictures on this. There's a camera here in front, and there is a speaker that I can talk. The glass can be used as augmented reality. Anyone knows augmented reality? Right. Okay, so it's like superimposing things from a machine to the real life, try to make meaning out of it. You can control things on a phone. So nowadays it has like 4 GB of space. You can put some songs here. You can listen to songs from here, or you can push the songs in your phone, but you can control it from your like volumes next to. You don't need to take out your this thing. Anything else you can think about smartwatch feature? We are having smart cities tomorrow. You can wear a smartwatch and walk in a smart city, and it will tell you there is a bus stop here next in 5 steps here. No? Or it will keep telling you like what's happening in the next steps. No? Or maybe there are two friends crossing each other, and then it will say, okay, it will blink. That some projects was done in Japan. I know, like two watches will make a ride, and you can put your profile in there. Probably you can have a dating site there. It will- The good part of this is it's always there, always on. It's connected to body, so it can give a more. They have done some matching on like heart rates, both person's heart rate, female and male matches. Then it will show like okay, you both can talk to each other. The pulse is matching. Okay, so you can go and talk. You can use it for verification, fingerprint, or something like that, or two-factor authentication. So nowadays get another SMS on your phone, so it might come to your wearable because it is more secure than your phone. Because this is always tied to your body, you are not going to forget somewhere and walk. But you can forget your phone on a table and just walk somewhere or catch a taxi and you might lose it. Wearable is supposed to be more secure, it is tied to your body. And it can help you find your phone if you forget. So on a phone you can say, on a smartphone you can say, find my phone, and you will start ringing the phone somewhere, it's lying in the corner. Right now it's still used as a mostly companion for the phone. It's not a standalone. There are some standalone phones from Samsung, and I think there are a lot of Chinese phones we see on eBay, which are full-blown Android phone on a watch.
You should also find TV remotes.
Yeah, that's good use case actually. You can pay and then ask to find the TV or your keys, car keys, and all those things. There are a lot of things. Because this is always with you. And because nowadays the watches they are making it shockproof, waterproof. So this is waterproof, this is not waterproof. So I can swim with this. I can take a bath. So it has a heat proof also. So it can take some hot air also, it will not come out. So but this will get damaged. So they are trying to make it more all this shockproof, waterproof, freeze-proof, whatever. And then so that you always keep it with you. The only problem is bulky right now still. You feel the weight when you drive or anything. The moment it becomes more lighter, you can have a longer life. And of course, one thing I forgot, it can tell you the time. Like we forgot that it's also for time. No? If you look at the market space now, the iOS is already coming up with a smartwatch. So we have a platform now. There is already an Android Wear from Google, which they have also published the design guidelines, and we'll talk a little bit on that. There is a Tizen, which is a partnership of Intel and Samsung. This is Tizen. It used to be first Android phone, but over there they updated and it became Tizen now. The Tizen, the problem is they don't have much app store. But they said that it's more efficient, so battery life is more. Another problem is battery life. Every evening I have to charge this. Sometimes I pick the phone, it says 0 battery. So I have to keep it back. But at least this phone, because it's using e-ink, it lasts for a week. It does not discharge faster. This is the paper one. So they already have this competition in the market. Android, iOS, Tizen, paper. I heard this Huawei and Xiaomi and all those the Chinese, they are also coming with their own smartwatch now because they are looking at the next market. What is it?
WebOS. LG is coming up with the WebOS.
Yeah. LG is coming up with the WebOS, right? They are all trying to actually threaten this Android Google to negotiate that term probably. Or else who is going to build apps on WebOS or Tizen? Nobody will. That's a big problem. So I don't have any apps on this other than this 10 apps done by Samsung. But there are like 10,000 apps on Pebble Watch. And the SDK is online web. So I was trying to figure out, can I design a smart watch face? This is called as watch face, the timing. And as a designer, we don't like any design by other designers, right? So we want to design our own watch face. So I was trying to figure out whether I can put big numbers there, something like that. So and they have given a web interface. You don't need some kind of Eclipse and all those things. Like you can configure on your web and it uploads to the web. It's a code editor online, and it can be downloaded on the phone. Okay, this is the last one is the Sony's one also. That's also e-ink one. It's a fitness band, and it also has notifications. Okay, so what do you think about the sensors? If you look at this phone, this phone does not have heart rate, but the next one has a heart rate, accelerometer, gyroscope, UV, light sensor, pressure sensitivity, magnetic field proximity camera. So many things have been bundled in one small phone now. Google Glass had less accelerometer, gyroscope, light, and then feedback. Now here you see this, it has no GUI. It's just accelerometer and gyroscope. Some very low priced fitness band only has an accelerometer which detects your movement. Like this detects my movement. If I move the hand up, it will light up. It's like a market law. Okay, it lit up. So it's detecting the acceleration in a right way. Like provided I do it, then it will show the light. I don't need to tap it or do something here. Any other questions? Anything? Sorry.
Aren't these things making user very lazy?
Yeah, good question actually. It's supposed to be actually complement human behavior and make life easy, not lazy. But yeah, in some way it's up to us like how much we want to get into this so much. But because of the peer pressure happening in our colleagues and in our colleagues, we are trying to buy it again and again now, right? Because the other person also said, oh, I did not have this now. I need to buy it.
So
But
while designing, we need to have a very ethical sense of, ethical sense how much we want our user to be engaged. And
it's up to us as a designers to put this. Technology has given all the nuclear power, but it's up to the people to decide what it to be used for, right? So it's like we have all these sensors, we have these technologies. What do you want to make out of it? So it's a good question actually. What do you have? You had something? No. Yeah.
So one of his doctor friend had this idea that use it for a preventive healthcare.
Right,
So
yeah.
it seems before heart attack, there's a special fluid the body secretes.